I always wanted to have AK-based SPR rifle. With 18 inches long barrel, Zastava M90 seems like a good candidate for this little experiment. So I set it up to my needs and final look was rather satisfying. But can this rifle actually deliver on the performance side? Only one way to find out. X-Ring Cold Bore Challenge. I have seen it in one of his videos. I thought it was really cool. He did set up the target at 650 yards and then took the shot cold bore at that target and nailed it. We're going to bump it up a little bit. Target is at 700 yards and we squeezed in the target between two hostage innocent targets. Don't hit those, and I'm using AK rifle for it. This is a cold bore, so there you go guys. Cold bore, cold bore. I shouldn't be doing that, that's a bad thing. But I touched the suppressor to show you that it's not, hot or anything. And I'm going to go behind the rifle right now. We got the wind, as you guys can see, and the wind is not really very friendly for us because it's changing. It's not really constant wind and it's drifting a little bit. We'll see what we can do. Ula, camera is rolling, right? On the target. Round should be in the chamber. Let's not make this video any longer than it has to be. So let me go behind the rifle. The wind really picking up now. It's going to be a serious holdover. And that's a beautiful hit. There you go, guys. Who says that the AK isn't accurate? So we know that my Zastava SPR project is for sure capable of solid cold bore hit on demand. But what about if a rifle would have to deal with the little more intense action in target-rich environment? There is no question in my mind that this extremely rigid Zastava rail is contributing to the successes we see. So let's find out how hard it is to install this rail. Okay, so rail will come in the sleeve like this, and I want to show you this, guys. This is very important. You will lift that upper portion, and inside you will have a goodie bag with all those screws and 2 wrenches for the screws included. That will be inside that goodie bag, so don't lose that, okay? That will be always stuck inside the rail. And for the installation, I'm going to use my used one rail already, and I put that rail on Zastava M70s, M77 and M90 For M70, you don't have to do any mods or anything. It will be drop in. I will show you. And even for the M90 and M77, is not difficult at all to make it fit. But basically, you have to fit the action, like I'm doing, into the rail and just basically align it and drop it. That's it. That's not very complicated. And you see how it will lock itself against the receiver here and at the bottom. Again, this is not something complicated or anything special. Now I can move my front retainer bracket and lock that piece. Just wiggle it to the position where you can lock that lever. And it doesn't have to be basically perfect. I always like that. You gotta just find that spot where, there you go. That should do it. And I'm going to tap it a little bit to speed this up with the little hammer. I just wanna close it because I don't wanna make that video very long, so I'm not going to fool around with it. There you go. Normally I would do this much nicer, but since we're doing this on the video, I don't care. I want to get done. All right, so once that part is done, guys, you're going to take this bracket and just drop, it doesn't really matter how, like drop it on the barrel in this spot. This is the spot where this has to go. Then we have two like a side brackets, and you really cannot screw this up. There is part like it has like that cutout here or extended piece, and then we got the round corners, so this can go only that way. There is no other way how this is going to fit. And the same thing will be, of course, on the opposite side. So I'm going to tilt it so I can film it just like that. Now, two longer screws. So you got 4 short screws and 2 long screws. Those 2 long screws, one will go on this side, and you see the cutout, not cutout, but you see you have like a countersink for the head of the screw down here, and this will go like that and through the slot, and you can start this by hand, and you see now the 2 pieces are like connecting each other through the screw. Then another screw will go here, again, countersink and window, and you're going through that, and you can start by hand and screw this in. I used and abused that rail on so many different rifles right now that, you know, you got the old scratches and everything, but it still works great, as you could see on the videos, and the accuracy with that rail is absolutely outstanding. It's not affecting the rifle. Now, you got the wrenches included, but if anyone wonders, for the small screws, I mean, these are slightly smaller, this will be a T15 head. And you're basically going to secure that. There you go, till it is hard to twist it with the hand. You can put the blue Loctite if you're going to keep it on the rifle, of course, and not move it. That's it. And that secures the rail now to the barrel. Very simple system. All you have to do now is drop the gas tube. And we're going to use the bolt carrier to close the lever, just like that. We got the gas tube in place, and the upper portion of the rail will drop in just like that. I'll tilt it again for Ula so you can see the holes for the screws, and on this other side is the same thing. I mean, it's extremely simple installation and construction, and you can see the screws here holes, and I will drop the screw, and I will drop the screw to the slot here, and I will change the head. Now the head should be, oh, I think I lost the one piece up. For these screws, the head will be T20, okay? But it looks like it rolled from the bench. I'll have to recover it later. But basically those screws, what you will do, you will just secure the upper portion to the lower portion. I'm not going to put a lot of torque on it now because I want to find the correct range, don't want to damage the screws. Again, see, you cannot screw this up, it has to go to this slot, so nothing complicated here. It's literally foolproof, you can't screw this up, guys. And boom, it goes here to the end. And now, that's it. The rail is on. This is how it would look like. And the whole installation shouldn't take a long time. Really, there is no problem for the Zastava M90. Now, that being said, for the Zastava M90 and Zastava M77, so 556 and 308, you have to make that slot for the link loop larger than what is for the M70. And the reason for this is because on the M90 and M77, that link loop is more to the front, so you need more opening. But once you will do that opening here, that rail will fit perfectly, and you will be perfectly fine to install that rail on M90 and M77. Okay, that's it. Let me know if you have any questions underneath of the video about the installation, and I'll help you out. Now that we got it on a Zastava M70, let's see how this setup will work on M70 rifle, and can you actually use iron sights with that rail. Overall, I have to say that I am extremely happy with what was accomplished here. I honestly think that Zastava M90 may be one of the most underrated 556 AKs. Well, I hope not anymore. Let me know what you think, guys. See you soon in the next video.